Could you shut the f up and jump?
Sfax is really not an interesting city. It has that reputation as not really touristy, not really the best city, like I said. The thing really interesting about Sfax is it's such a family-oriented city, as like the mindset of the people there is just mostly like family enclosed, as is they're very close to each other. Most common things in Sfax that are popular, besides the restaurants and the cafes, that's like an overdose of that. Say the Medina, downtown of Sfax. So what a Medina is, basically most major big cities in Tunisia have a Medina, and what a Medina is this super compact and alive city that's in this fortress built way back at the time where people used to colonize. But inside the fortresses you have this huge compact city, like I said, where there's everything, literally, from the souks, gold, mosques, cafes, residential houses, markets, meat, you name it, everything is there. And it's a maze of a city. If you don't know where you're going, you're gonna get lost, and there's nothing that points where to go. So you sometimes I've been there, I've been stuck there for hours just looking the way either out or. So yeah, you just go there, you could get lost. Luckily we had someone there. Next popular thing in Sfax is this beach town called Shafar. It's 30 minutes out from the Medina Sfax, and what's known about Shafar is it's just also like this family-oriented beach town where most of the families that's in like downtown Sfax or have these houses there, and it's just a community where everybody knows each other, and it's just this nice gathering, as you say. People make plans together, go out together. I mean, it's just like a family reunion in Shafar. Someone does not come from Sfax does not understand the true meaning of Shafar, because they don't have that same mindset as the Sfaxians have. But yeah, they're not gonna find Shafar interesting because they don't understand the true meaning behind Shafar. So Mehdi has the most iconic thing is the Roman Colosseum. It's the second Colosseum ever built after the one in Rome, but this one is like a smaller version. For me, it's not a trip to Tunisia if you don't ride a camel. So I took the privilege to ride a camel right beside this Colosseum, and it had just this nice view, just nice little touch of like a Middle Eastern plus a Roman. It's just back. I feel like it's a trip back in history. You know, you're riding this camel by the Colosseum. You don't get to say that a lot. It's just a nice touch to it. You know, and it was a golden hour. I remember that. And so it was just beautiful background of the sun and the Colosseum, the camel. Yeah, I loved it. Sfax like Shafar, but is another town called Sheba, and Sheba I think is one of the most beautiful beaches in Tunisia that exists. There's just crystal blue waters, and it's kind of rocky. That's what it's well known for. It's a rocky, too many rocks, or like I don't know what they call it, but too many rocks on the sea.
Though nothing will drive them away, we can beat them just for one day.
And the most popular thing about Sheba is this place called the Corniche, or there's like this road with the Corniche, where I have this like house on a little like a high rise, but like you see the water like down below. So it's a nice view. It's very gorgeous, especially at sunrise or sunset. So that's something I love about the idea.
Daytona will wrap up the biggest of stars.
But you go through these dasharat, just little towns, and each one has this like, they're all similar. They have this cafe, they have this butcher where you see all these sheep lined up ready to get, but you know, that's the way of life in the mosque, and it's a nice, it's a nice. You think once you go through these dasharat, you realize how thankful you are, because not a lot of people live the way you are, or I mean, some people live better than others, and so you just be thankful every time you drive through these dasharat, and you see how people live. And some people live like they are still back in the day, like the horse and carriage, and like, or a donkey in a carriage, how they carry water, and you just appreciate it. You appreciate where you are, or where you come from.
And so I'll take it back with a sigh. Perfidious one, goodbye. Suck it to me, baby.
Took this detour, and it's a city called Qayrawan, or Qurwan, as a lot of Tunisians call it. What's historic about this city is its mosque, Jam' Aqba min Nafa. And the mosque is the first mosque ever built in Africa and North Africa in general. So very historic in the African history and the Islamic history as well. So it was really worth seeing. Unfortunately, we got there at night where everything was basically closed, and you couldn't see too much of it. But really what stood out was like the cleanliness of it. It was one of the cleanest city or places I've been in Tunisia. It's really well taken care of. And the thing was, how the rest of like old cities in Tunisia are around this, or in this fortress and stuff like that. So this was kind of opposite. So the centerpiece was this mosque, and everything is spread out everything was spread out like from the mosque. Yeah, so the mosque was like the middle. It was not like this fortress type. So the mosque was in the middle, and the whole city was almost going for the vibe that the mosque had. It was more like this white marble all over the buildings, especially the mosque. And getting there was kind of weird as well. It was through these dasharat, so everything was like mostly empty for the most part before getting to Qurwan or Qayrawan. And so we stopped to eat in one of these dasharat, and funny thing was this restaurant, or the sandwich shop we stopped at, had their outdoor terrace, private terrace, and it was the government road. It was literally the main road. It would take you to the highway, and we were just eating on this road, and it was just funny. Luckily we didn't get hit.
Getting it on with you to make up and
Well, side on the road, Alex Daoud. I'm pretty effed.